So we've been talking about the life-changing, world-changing possibilities of blockchain. And yesterday we were talking about community, and that is one of the primary ways in which blockchain is superior to previous technology. Previous technology included email lists, listservs, social media accounts that users might interact with, in-store experiences, these types of things for brands. Blockchain gives us a sense of identity, and it allows us to put a marker down that says we belong to this group. Now, you can do that on Facebook. You can join a Facebook group. You can join a LinkedIn group. Why is blockchain better? Why is blockchain different? And it's psychological, but the difference between joining a group on LinkedIn and putting your membership, identifying with a group on the blockchain, is that the blockchain is immutable. So psychologically, it is a much more significant statement. So let's say I go to a concert. I buy a concert ticket. I went to Desert Trip many years ago with Rolling Stones and Bob Dylan and all these different folks. Definitely my age group, right? I had that ticket, that lanyard for a while. I don't know what happened to it, but I had a t-shirt for a while and I don't know what happened to it, but I would much rather have had an NFT, commemorative NFT that got me admission into that event, that verified that I was there, and that was forever stored in my wallet, which was visible through all the major exchanges, OpenSea, etc., so that people who wanted to know what and who I was could go there and see that I went to Desert Trip, and I could show people that I went to Desert Trip. I can verify that I went to Desert Trip. So not only do I get this immutable commemorative NFT that identifies me as someone at this historic event, right? But the permanence of it is just, it's different than anything that we've ever had before. Nothing is permanent, right? Nothing is permanent. We're not permanent. Companies aren't permanent. They liquidate. They go bankrupt. Organizations, countries are not permanent. Blockchain's permanent. Permanent. Think about the statement, the philosophical statement that makes. Think about the psychological aspect of that. We saw what happened with social media. We saw what happened with Twitter and YouTube and all these other platforms, TikTok most recently, where they explode in growth because they allow people to identify with certain content. And the TikTok algorithm knows what content to serve you based on its very sophisticated mathematics that knows what you've looked at before and then serves you up that community of content. With regards to Twitter, we follow the people on the content areas, the personalities, the viewpoints, the politics that we want to identify with, but not very visible and not very tangible in the intangible sense, right? It means I can't, like, someone could go do a lot of research to see who I'm following on Twitter and then try and unwind that and figure out what that all means. Blockchain allows me to make a statement of personal identity and to put it onto the block. That is a very powerful community-based event. When I identify myself as someone that went to Desert Trip, that is a powerful statement about who I am, and it's powerful in lots of ways. It's powerful in the sense that it's permanent. It's powerful in the sense that it's verified and authentic and cannot be hacked, right? These are very subtle things, but they make massive differences psychologically, and we're going to see that psychological component, that desire to belong to communities, that desire to make a statement about who I am and who I identify with. Those psychological components are going to drive the blockchain in ways that we've never seen before. My name is Enrico. We'll see you next time. Are you enjoying today's video? If it's informational and you're finding that the content is valuable, I have a favor to ask. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, like this video, and then that way you'll stay in touch with all the next latest videos that are coming down the pipe that are going to discuss various legal issues concerning blockchain, NFTs, and crypto. You're going to want to be part of the discussion. And speaking of discussion, if you have any questions, any legal questions or otherwise, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I will answer them all.